Hello, all you wonderful people out there. It is another exciting, riveting, another word to describe.
You can find more adjectives,
episode.
I promise.
Yeah, there are so many adjectives.
Someone else can look at the thesaurus while they're watching the episode and find
Orange.
something.
Another orange episode of the PACRats. It is me, Ian.
Sorry. I can't hear you guys. I just
going
heard
well.
Ian.
It's going
Jordyn
well.
Ringworm Turner.
It's Frankie.
The one time that I intro the episode and Jordyn.
That's not true. That's not true.
Fucks it up.
You intro the RuPaul episodes.
Yeah, but it's been 84 years since we've done those.
I haven't had time to watch RuPaul. It's been a while.
How old are you?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time, and so
In
many
the old
seasons,
times.
so
In
many
the old
seasons
times.
have passed by since we started watching Drag Race.
In the old times before
There's
Jordyn.
like 5 seasons a year.
In the old times before Jordyn was a pack rat.
Ye olden times.
I'm sorry, I guest starred on your very first video.
Yeah, but you weren't an official pack rat. You were a guest star.
No, because I was leaving for Florida
Yeah.
and was not intending on coming back.
Yeah.
Well, surprise!
Surprise, bitch.
Well, today we have an exciting episode because it is yes, Jordyn. It should be. You came up with it. In honor of the month known as Pride,
Which is June.
which is June, which is the LGBTQIA plus birthday. So happy birthday to all of us in the community.
Well, I can't believe all gays are 2021 years old.
We're old.
Happy birthday, guys.
Thank you. To celebrate, we are going to do a couple Pride episodes. And today we're going to start by talking about Jordyn and I's coming out stories.
And I mean, if we have time and if Frankie's cool with it, we can also tack on a story about the first time Frankie came in contact with a gay person, just so it worked out.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that's a very short story.
Because as we know, Frankie is a filthy straight.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a dirty hetero.
Frickin' bleeder.
Well, no. Kids suck. Kids are gross.
They are gross.
The only kids I like are the kids on TikTok, because if they're doing something adorable, I can watch the video, and then if I don't want to see it, I can just swipe it away. So.
Frankie, a breeder who doesn't have a breeding kink.
No breeders have breeding kinks. We just got done talking about this.
Jesus fucking Christ. I didn't think this was going to be brought up on the episode.
Why didn't you?
Because I thought we'd have a nice, normal episode.
No. Do you know who you're talking to?
A nice, classy episode.
You put us in charge, and it just goes downhill.
Yeah.
All right, Jordyn, do you want to start by talking about your coming out?
Oh God, I have not thought about this in advance.
You literally proposed the episode.
Yeah, but
this was literally
thought about anything.
Your idea.
Meanwhile, Frankie's gonna have an aneurysm. This is the one who creates all of our
I don't create the ideas. Jordyn creates the ideas, and I execute the ideas.
Mm.
Yeah.
But this is the one idea I literally cannot execute.
No, I can go first.
Cool.
It's really not that interesting. It feels a lot longer.
Mm.
I don't, Ian. I don't know if you're the same way because you were out probably way before I was.
Probably.
Well, let's do it this way to help you guys with your thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the first person you came out to?
Are we both answering?
Yeah, sure. Go on. This way you can like kind of collect your thoughts and so you're not just like going.
Oh,
So it's not
baby.
just like interview question of hey, tell your life story.
Oh, baby, my thoughts were already collected. I came prepared.
Yeah, no, I was getting around there.
All right. Okay. One of
But
you
to
was
answer your
prepared.
question, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was Amelia.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, or well, our one listener does know, but
Our
those of you
only
who don't know,
listener.
our only listener who is one of us who just listens to the episodes again. Amelia is one of our friends.
That could be.
I don't know. Amelia is one of our friends from college.
But I knew Amelia in high school.
Right.
Yes.
We live literally a 15-minute walk from each other. Well, not anymore, I suppose. I'm far away.
I didn't know Virginia was a 15-minute walk away.
No, so I mean, looking back on it, there really were moments where I definitely should have known something was up. Especially with my gender identity. Not so much sexuality, but definitely the gender identity.
So,
like
if you guys are comfortable with it, before we move on, like you guys with your coming out stories, what do you identify as, either gender or sexuality, if you want to share all of them, or sure.
What did you say, Jordyn?
I said we should go round circle and do introductions.
Like an AA meeting.
Hi. No.
No, I'll go. I'm Jordyn.
Hi, Jordyn.
I'm pansexual, gender fluid.
I didn't hear what you said because Ian responded like it was an AA meeting.
I've never been to an AA meeting, but I know what they are like. I've seen the movies. I've seen cinema.
I've seen movies.
I've seen films.
No, I'm Jordyn. I'm pansexual-ish, I guess. I don't know. Kind of leaning more towards omnisexual, but I'm comfortable in the pan label.
And
gender fluid.
By omnisexual, you are sexually attracted to omnimover rides.
Yeah, and omnivores. Both alike.
And omnivores.
And I am pronoun indifferent, so I don't really give a shit how you refer to me, if you even refer to me.
I try not to, but you make it hard.
Yeah, you're in a lot of group chats with us, so it's hard to not refer to you.
Group chats that I barely participate in.
I mean, fair.
I only participate in 2 of them, really.
That's
true. How many group chats do you have?
We have a lot of group chats.
There's a ton, Ian. There's some that you don't even know about because it was for your like little party.
Oh.
Well, those are dead. Those only get revived once a year.
Yeah.
Like Gypsy.
I don't know. Is there anything else we need to add into that? I think that's pretty good.
Well, for you, is there anything that you'd like to add?
I mean, I could take it full. There's a podcast that I listen to called "We're Having Gay Sex," and they go into like the race. Like, I'm white, I'm Jewish-ish.
All right.
They go into like all that stuff, but I don't think we really need to go that far.
Nah. Okay, well, I'm Ian. And then you say hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Thank you. I deserve that. I identify as non-binary, non-binary. I use they them pronouns, and I am gay. And that's it.
I guess I'm up. Hi, I'm Frankie.
Hi, Frankie.
Hi, Frankie.
As we've already established, I'm the resident dirty straight. So,
straight.
yeah, heterosexual.
Ugh.
Cisgender male. Woo! He, him pronouns.
Ugh.
I'm literally nothing to do with Pride Month.
No, you're something to us.
You're an ally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's me. That's who I am. My month was last month. That was Asian American.
Oh my gosh, happy.
We did
belated.
nothing for it.
I don't want anything for it.
Well, happy belated.
We don't celebrate Asians on this.
But we
Should not have
celebrate
laughed
you.
at that.
What'd you say?
Celebrate you.
So I shouldn't have laughed.
You should laugh at it. It was fucking funny. Yeah. So now the viewers, the listeners, or Ian, knows knows
exactly
all the
who we are.
details. Yeah. We can continue. I think that makes it a little easier because knowing Ian at least. This was I am assuming with Jordyn, and correct me if I'm wrong, this was like a journey of coming out for for your sexuality and gender identity.
Yeah, I mean, mine happened very fast.
Yeah.
Whereas I mean, I know Ian recently has kind of made discoveries.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I've been pretty set in who I am since about my junior or senior year of high school.
Okay.
So, I'm just not adventurous.
You said this is my box, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. I also think labels are bullshit, so that's part of it.
I mean, they are, but unfortunately, we don't live in
and
a utopian society to not have them yet.
So
once
anyway,
we get there, though.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice. So I guess I'm starting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying earlier, like looking back on things, I definitely should have known something was up. I have a couple really distinct memories. One being I was running around my yard as a kid, and I remember just kind of stopping and being like, am I a boy or a girl? And then just like thinking about it, and people are being like, well, people always say like she and pretty when they talk about me, so I must be a girl. And then just went back to playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then really nothing. Well, I did not like wearing shirts as a kid. And my reasoning to that was always, well, Dad doesn't wear shirts.
I mean, that's fair.
What else? There was the fact that I did not like dressing feminine. I hated pink. I hated purple.
Whoa!
I didn't play.
How dare you disrespect the colors?
Purple's a fucking great color.
Of Waluigi. How dare you?
Yeah, purple's it's a great color.
So much of a great color that Frankie's gonna cry about it right now.
I might cry a little bit. Waluigi's gonna, like, the spirit of Waluigi is breaking.
I don't care about Waluigi.
Jesus!
Well, now Frankie's sobbing. Look what you did.
I'm not that upset about it. What else? I didn't have Barbies. I had Hot Wheels. I was a Hot Wheels bitch. My dad built me a playset, and he said, do you want a sandbox under your playset? And I went, can you build me a dirt box? And so I had a dirt box.
That's just gross. That's just I think that's just gross. That's just disgusting. Play with sand like a normal human being.
I had a sandbox, but I also had a dirt box.
You
Yeah,
can't
but
have both.
you're not a worm,
What do you
though.
mean I can't have both?
You're
I
not
did have both.
you're not a mole. You're a human being.
Well,
I'm not a
we're
mole
still waiting
person.
for the DNA test results for that.
That would explain why I can't read.
That's true. Moles are blind.
There it is.
Sorry, I was just insulted in my own home.
By being called a mole?
Yes,
Or...
I do.
No, I think there's
making fun of me.
I think there's some outside interference.
There is. What else? So anyway, I remember I didn't get my first crush until high school. I feel like this is important. And I remember when I was in middle school and like all of my friends were like, "Oh my god, I had my first boyfriend."
Gross.
And I was like, "I don't even have a crush on anyone. Everyone here is gross." And I was walking home. I was like, "Well, maybe I don't have a crush on anyone because I'm not looking at the right gender." And then I was like, "That's stupid. I'm not gay." I just kept walking.
I will say though, I want to just like say all middle schoolers are in fact gross.
Yeah,
well, yeah,
no,
it's
that's
the
true.
worst time. Middle school's awful.
So there was that. And then oh, okay, my sexual awakening. Rocky Horror.
Wait, that was your sexual awakening?
Kind of.
Tim Curry?
Yeah, actually.
Nice.
Yes.
I was introduced to Rocky Horror my freshman year of high school. And I had also had my first crush at this point on a bisexual male who will remain nameless. You guys probably know who it is.
We definitely know who it is.
Together.
Jesus. Listen, hey. I'm not getting the copyright strike on this video.
And then I kept asking my dad, I was like, "Look, I really want to go see Rocky Horror. Like, is there any way you take me?" And he's like, "I don't know, like maybe this summer." So I waited till the summer, and by then I had found some friends who were like, "Oh, we go see Rocky Horror all the time."
Where did you go to see Rocky Horror in the summer?
Oh, the Hollywood Theater in Dormont does it like every other weekend throughout the year.
Well, maybe not anymore.
Well, yeah, COVID, but like, and they moved somewhere else. I don't know where.
Because you kept coming.
Yeah, they were trying to hide it from Jordyn.
Anyway, rude. And on their website, well, so I had watched the movie. Let's back up. I had watched the movie and I was like, I think I'm bisexual. And I told Amelia and I told a couple other people. There's actually, do I tell the whole story about how I was like, I think I'm bisexual? It's a little embarrassing.
It's up to you. It's your call.
So there was this girl
Okay.
that I was like kind of friends with, but she was really fucking annoying.
Wait, she was annoying, or it was annoying you were friends with her?
She was annoying. She was one of those girls who like every other week had a new pregnancy scare that was fake.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes.
To be fair though, her boyfriend that she was with at the time was just arrested for child abuse.
Wait, just now arrested, or was arrested at
like
that time for child
a month
abuse?
or 2 ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like at that time had just been arrested for child abuse.
No. And she was like, I don't know what that is, but like, I kind of like, I looked it up and I kind of want to watch it. And I was like, oh, well, I own the movie. Do you want to come over and watch it with me? And she thought that Sour Patch Kids were really fucking sour.
Yeah.
And so.
Because she's weak.
Well, yeah, she's weak. And then also me being the person who has very little sour taste buds left, decided I'm going to force feed Sour Patch Kids into this girl's mouth.
Jesus. So you're a torturer. You torture people.
That's your kink.
I kind of like had wrestled her.
Fucking jigsaw over here.
Into submission. And I just kind of like had this moment when I had her pinned to the ground and was like shoveling Sour Patch Kids into her mouth. And I was like, this is not straight.
This is a horrifying story. I want you to know this. The way you've described it as shoveling Sour Patch Kids.
I'm just imagining you mouth. With a shovel with a giant ass funnel in their mouth.
But anyway, and after that, I was like, maybe I'm not straight. And I started coming out as bisexual. Later that summer, I went to go see Rocky. They had a website where you could like learn about the shadow cast members, and on their like profiles were like their pronouns, their gender identity, and their sexuality. And this girl, I think her stage name was Kinky Boots.
She was Kinky Boots.
she was Kinky Boots.
She identified as pansexual, and I'd never heard that before. At this time, I only knew that you could be gay, lesbian, bi, or trans. I knew of no other community in the LGBTQ+ community. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, like, fuck, that's exactly how I feel. And so then I kind of started going as pan, and I told a couple more people, mostly friends that I knew wouldn't tell anyone. And it kind of just like remained one of those things where I was like partially out at school, but not in real life. I get to probably the end of junior year. So that was the end of my freshman year, summer going into my sophomore year.
Okay.
I get to the end of my junior year of high school, and I realize I know fuck all about the community. And like, I really don't know any other sexualities or gender identities. And I decide I'm gonna go on YouTube and just research the fuck out of it, right?
Yeah, the best place to do research.
Well, I mean, Tumblr wasn't a reliable source, and Tumblr was scary.
Wait a second. Tumblr wasn't a reliable source.
Well,
but YouTube.
I don't know. Tumblr's just terrifying, and there's people who pretend to be things on Tumblr all the time, and
my suggestion is not doing research on any social media website.
What did you want me to do? I was closeted.
But you went on YouTube.
So, yeah, I was gonna delete, and my parents didn't know that I went on YouTube. They knew I had a Tumblr. So, I mean, they knew that like I occasionally went on YouTube, but to listen to music, not like to watch videos.
Right.
So, there's a video I come across, and it's what is gender fluid? And I watched it, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm gender fluid. That's what gender fluid is. And It just kind of all made sense. There's a picture that my family has of me in my dirt box, and I'm wearing a tutu and overalls and work boots. Just all the pictures of me wearing more masculine clothes, playing with traditionally boy toys. The feeling of not wanting boobs all the time, but also being like, damn, I look good in this dress. And, you know, just like all that like weird stuff. I was like, oh, fuck, that's me. And then the dysphoria really came full force. Because once you know what it is, you just feel it more. And so I started coming out to like close friends and being like, yo, I'm pretty sure I'm gender fluid. And there was a lot of trial and error in that. Because, I mean, some of them wanted to respect pronouns. But being gender fluid, you're not always the same gender all day.
Right.
Not even in the same hour.
Not even in the same minute sometimes.
Exactly. And so, like, I tried doing the bracelet thing, and it just changed too much for that to be a thing. And it kind of just was a me thing from there, and like no one, not that it wasn't talked about, but like people were just like, oh cool, you're gender fluid, nice, good information. And that was that, and I kind of liked it that way. Did not come out to my parents until the end of my freshman year of college, because that was the first time I was going to be dating someone who was not cis passing straight male. And I was like, well, I don't want to like hide my relationship. That's gonna be awful. And so I came out and I told him, I was like, I'm in a relationship with a person like me, kind of. I don't want to give too much information out there. But, you know, came out to them. My dad was like, yeah, I knew. He was like, I didn't know what you were, but I knew you weren't like straight. I was like, thanks, Dad. And then my mom took it a little harder. Was not ever punished for it, but like she was not as accepting as maybe my dad was. And I never officially came out to like my extended family. Purely because I don't think I should have to. And the only reason I told my parents was out of convenience, I guess. But so I tell my parents. My mom's still kind of iffy about like pronouns. She still commonly uses it as a pronoun.
Ooh.
Yeah. She's getting there. So yeah. I kind of nowadays am just not like I don't hide it. I'm not stealth or anything. But I don't necessarily go around and tell every new person I meet right away. That being said, when my current partner and I started talking, it was because he was helping me pick out my dick. We had barely spoken a word prior to this. He was just helping me build a dick.
The couples that build dicks together stay together.
Yeah. He sent me a stranger's dick pic before I ever got his own. So.
Bless.
Yeah. So fun times had by everyone. But that's really it. Like, it's not super interesting, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I do still learn new things about myself every day, but it's not like revolutionary,
Mm-hmm.
I guess is the word. That's kind of it.
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for letting me tell.
All right, I guess it's my turn. We've been on a long journey here. I mean, honestly, like I hit a lot of the same bullet points as Jordyn. In fact, when Jordyn was like talking about like when they were young, like not like wanting to be in the perceived opposite gender's clothing, I was like, that was me to a T. Like I was like, I was always happier being the princess whenever like we played any games. Like I always wanted to be a princess.
I was always the dog.
And you still
Did
are.
not want to be the human.
And still
What?
are.
What? You want to play
I
in
didn't want
dirt?
to be associated as any gender, so I picked an animal.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Fucking Animorph over here.
Hey, those were good books.
Those are good books.
No Animorphs.
Did you say go Animorphs?
No, I was talking to Noah. He asked if we were talking about warrior cats.
Get out of here with your warrior cats.
What the fuck is a warrior cat?
What? I have a video
warrior.
to send you later, Ian.
You're gonna bring up warrior cats. We're talking about Animorphs. You fucking fraud.
But yeah, like one of my favorite things to do growing up was like to play like some of the Disney movies. Like me and my friend, we would play like Beauty and the Beast, and I'm like, I'm Belle. You can't be Belle. I'm Belle. I'm not budging. I've always been a little bit of a diva.
Understatement of the year.
Wow.
That was harsh.
Wow. Anyway.
Going on.
Yeah, so like even when I was young, I kind of knew I was different, but of course being young and being kind of sheltered in a way, I wasn't like aware of what things were. So like kind of like all my life I was like, I don't know, I'm just me. Like I was never like I mean, of course the bullying happened and everybody, you know, called me gay and whatever, but me being me, I was like, I didn't know what that meant. Until like maybe like 5th grade. And then like in middle school I was trying not to be. But of course anyone who knows me knows or sees me knows that I am not straight. I always say Helen Keller would be able to tell. I even went as far as like telling people like, yeah, I had a crush on like a girl and whatever and blah blah blah. But like it wasn't until probably 7th grade that I really figured out like what being gay was, and like actually like I, unlike Jordyn, I did not watch YouTube. Like I looked it up. Like I
watched Daily Motion instead.
Yeah, it was Daily Motion. No, I like looked it up. Granted, it was Wikipedia, but like I still like did some research on it. Like I was like, okay, what is this? Like what? And then as I was reading, I was like, oh, that's me. So by 8th grade, like I started coming out as gay. I started with friends because I figured if I told friends and they didn't accept me, like by then I already knew like people were not going to accept me. So I was like, well, if
Mhm.
my friends don't accept me, I can just like ignore them and get rid of them. You know, like I could be like, deuces, bye. So it took me a while to actually like talk to my family about it. But when I was like 16, that's when I started coming out as gay to like my family. Never got to come out to my dad officially, but I think he probably would have been accepting. There were some signs at the end that he definitely would have accepted me. My mom, she didn't really accept me and whatever. I actually came out to her like over eating dinner because I was talking about being bullied. And she was like, well, what are they calling you? I was like, well, they're calling me gay. And she was like, are you? And without hesitation, like in 3 seconds, I like thought about it and I was like, well, why not? I was like, yeah. And then I went back to eating food. Just nonchalantly. I was like, yeah. Because I was like, well, if I kind of figured in my mind, like, if I don't do this now, I'm never going to do it. So I might as well say it now, get it out of the way. Like I said, my family were not surprised by it at all. And for the most part, other than like my mom, I kind of thought everybody was cool with it. So like, after that, I just was myself and all that. College and afterwards is when things kind of was like more started happening, and I started questioning my gender identity. And I mean, well, that has been kind of a thing for years. Like I remember being young and like sort of like doing the whole Disney thing, like wishing on a star type shit. Like, please make me a girl. Please make me a girl.
Yeah.
Like all that. But as I got older, I don't want to say accepted the fact that I was born male, but like I kind of, or like got accustomed to it or anything. I kind of just like, I mean, I guess you can say I got accustomed to it and was like, became okay with it. I don't know what the proper terminology in that terms is, but I was okay with not being a girl or like wanting, I like as I got older, I was like, I do not want to transition or do anything like that.
Right.
Especially after learning what transgender was. You know, I knew I wasn't I wasn't cisgender, but I also knew I wasn't fully trans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's interesting because there was a very short portion of my life where I thought maybe I was, but I was not okay with fully transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
It was just physically.
Right. Right. And everybody's definition of transition is different. I mean, that's kind of what's great about being a part of the community and just identity in general. You kind of do what's comfortable for you,
Mm-hmm.
which is real nice, you know.
Yeah, it is.
So like I said, I never felt a need or want to transition. I still don't. Maybe in the future I will. I don't know. We'll see. Life has a bunch of things ahead of me. I'm still young, even though I'm grandma in this group.
You are the oldest.
I am. I'm grandma. 25. I'm a grandmother. But it probably wasn't until after I left school that I really started thinking about it. And I think the Panda Express that we are still in, I refuse to say the actual word.
The pandemic.
The pandemic Lovato, yes.
The pandemic.
I think because, you know, there was really nothing to do and we were all just kind of sitting at home, it really kind of made me think more about my gender identity. And at first, I thought I believed I was gender fluid because I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because last time we checked in, that's what you said you were.
Yeah. Surprise!
Previous episode of the anime.
Previously on the Vampire Diaries.
Fucking show.
Well, for me, it was, at the time, I was like, yeah, I feel I feel sometimes masculine and sometimes feel feminine. But as I sort of delved deep inside, thought some more, and just like sat with it, it didn't feel the right fit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because like I'm like, I don't want to be. At the end of the day, I was like, I don't want to be a man. I don't want to be a man, but I don't want to transition into a woman.
Right.
And I felt, as time went by, I was like, I felt more comfortable and more gravitating towards being like identifying as non-binary and fully expressing myself as non-binary. It's just something that I naturally gravitated towards, and ultimately, after thinking about it and really, again, sitting with myself, I was like, yeah, this is right, you know. And I haven't really told a lot of my family about that, mainly because I don't want to. I'm not as close with my family as I once was anymore due to reasons. And that's okay. I'm forging a new chosen family involving this group of idiots right here.
It's the highest form of compliment I've gotten all day.
Wow, you assembled quite a fucking crew.
Right. I've really chosen wisely. Nah, you know I love you guys, but yeah. So that's kind of been my journey, and here I am.
So,
Sorry about that. What was the last thing you guys heard? We had a little technical issue.
you were basically just saying, let me ask you this.
Yes, okay. So when did you two, and maybe you answered this already and I'm just forgetting it.
You're fine.
When did you guys come to know about, because society very much is like presents, especially when we were growing up, presents straight people, and there's very few examples of anything beyond that, especially in kids media. So when did you guys come to know that there was something beyond that?
I think for me, it was learning about it. Probably not in the best way, but learning about it through Family Guy.
Okay.
I think that was really the first time that I really saw and like learned what about being gay, like what that was. Of course, being young and stupid and in middle school and still not understanding and probably in some sort of denial, you know, I made fun of it like every dumb teenager does. And like laughed at it and was like, haha, that's funny.
Yeah.
Two guys being together, blah blah blah. But yeah, I don't think until probably like late middle school, early high school did I actually like see a positive like see the LGBT community in a positive light. And I think that was through certain YouTubers at the time, like Tyler Oakley and Joey Graceffa.
Oh God, I forgot about.
Yeah, because
we
like
need to talk about Joey Graceffa after the podcast. Because I started watching him in high school.
Fucking personal tea about Joey Graceffa?
No. I just don't know if you guys have like, well, if Ian has like checked up on him lately. Like, looked at his YouTube or anything lately.
Why is he doing
I'm
heroin on YouTube?
curious.
What's going on?
We'll
Is he doing
talk
some
about it
hardcore
after.
drugs? What's going on?
No.
Oh,
He's
that's
just kind of like
disappointing.
losing control of his life.
He's a Mormon now.
That'd be fun.
Is he?
That'd be a little fun.
No.
That'd be a little fun though, wouldn't it? That'd be a little exciting. You don't know what
add
the
some,
twist would
add
be
some
after that.
pep.
All right, Jordyn, do you know?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know where like the very first time I heard it was,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pretty sure the first time it was like really talked about in front of me was through my friends, and probably same thing, late high school or late middle school, early high school. It wasn't negative, it wasn't positive. It was just a thing. It was just rumors, basically, of like so and so's gay. And I was like, oh, gay people.
I mean, let's that. I don't want to say that could be, but like, I know back when like we were in all in middle school and early high school, like this was before marriage equality, all that. Like,
yeah, this was Glee. This was the time of Glee, people.
Oh yeah, Glee was another big thing. That was like a big positive portrayal with Kurt. But kind of positive. But like even like with what you were saying, like somebody be like, oh, they're gay, like somebody whispering, oh, they're gay, like that. It's that was kind of the thing. Like everybody was like, oh, they're so and so is gay, blah blah blah, like, and gearing to like possibly make fun of them, you know.
Mhm. I mean, I was very much in the music wing at my high school, so it wasn't necessarily people making fun of gay people there. It was just rumor mill, because it was just gossipy. I mean, it's theater and music, so.
A good chance that everybody there was going to be gay.
Most.
Or LGBT of some sort.
You were LGBT of some sort, straight ally, or pretentious. I can share a quick story about the time I came out to my best friend.
Let's go.
He is super religious, but not in the bad way.
Okay.
And I was still really worried about like coming out to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had come out to him until like junior year.
Okay.
Because I was just that afraid of losing him as a friend. We'd been inseparable since elementary school, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't hang out outside of school much until high school. But,
right.
like, our brothers were on a baseball team together for a while. And we were in the same after school activities.
Okay.
So we were always like hanging around each other and became friends that way. But I was super afraid of telling him because he's religious. And like we all know how that story goes. And so he used to drive me home from school in high school. And I kind of like sat him down and I was like, hey, real talk for a second. I know you've heard it from some other people, but I just kind of wanted to tell you myself that I'm pan and I'm gender fluid, and I think you deserve to hear it from me. And it was just kind of like quiet, and he thanked me for telling him. I was like, can we still be friends? And he was like, I want to still be friends. And then he started crying. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, well, you're like my best friend, but like everything my religion says is that I should shun you
Mm-hmm.
and that we can't be friends anymore. And he's like, but I don't want to stop being friends.
Right.
And I was like, well, I mean, are you not Lutheran anymore if you're still friends with me? Who's stopping you from being Lutheran on your own? I was like, you don't have to tell anyone about me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I guess that's true. And I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna be like an obnoxious gay. I was like, I'm just gonna be me. I've always been this way. I just only figured it out, is all.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like pretty satisfied with that answer.
Nice.
So all in all, it went.
That's good. It's good.
I
Now,
think
Frank.
I was probably one of the first gay people he was close with.
At least that he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Frankie, you asked this question, and it sounded like you were leading into another question.
No, I didn't have another question. I was just wondering because Jordyn asked if I had ever questioned
Right.
or like confirmed that I'm straight, and I think it was when it was kind of like when I figured out when I had found out that there was something beyond it, because like I said, there's not a lot of that in children's media, especially when we were growing up. That might change now, but
Right.
Oh, there's a lot of gay representation in children's
Oh,
shows.
totally.
But mine wasn't through. Mine was earlier than that. Mine was maybe in 4th or 5th grade.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Well, my mom's best friend is gay,
Hmm.
and we would be over at his house, or he would come over to our house every once in a while. And then my uncle, one of my uncles, is also gay.
How
Hmm.
come I never knew this about you?
Because I don't share things.
Sharing is caring, Frankie.
Yeah. So, but sorry, I got distracted by something in my room. So yeah, so one time I think it was I don't know if it was with my uncle or with my mom's friend, but there was some like a guy with them, and I just asked who that was, and I was told that's their boyfriend, and I said gross, but that's because I was in 4th grade and I thought any relationship was gross. I thought
Right.
it was gross that my older cousin had a girlfriend. And that my other older cousin had a boyfriend in a straight relationship. I just thought relationships were gross.
Right.
As kids do sometimes.
Of course.
And then I grew up and I was like, okay, they're in a relationship. All right. So I didn't really have any like negative representation of it.
Right.
Because it's not something that's talked about really, I think, amongst kids until middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of when kids start to find out about it, and then, like Ian said, they use it as an insult.
Right.
But so I never really had a negative representation of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started getting interested in like in middle school of like, because that is kind of when it happens of like getting into a relationship with somebody, because you think, oh yeah, I'm mature now, I can get into a relationship. I just never felt attracted to a guy. I didn't feel anything negative towards people who were. But when I realized, like, oh, that's what it is. It's a relationship. Because in 4th and 5th grade, you don't understand what a relationship is. You just think gross people kissing.
Right.
Yucky,
yucky
yeah,
girl gerb.
Cooties.
Yeah,
Everyone
cooties.
had fucking cooties.
I still do.
Yeah. But
now it's just called herpes.
Yeah. But yeah, so I never really had that kind of negative representation because I also never watched shows like Family Guy
Mm.
when I was younger. I thought it was ugly. The
I mean, it
animation.
is.
Yeah, so I just didn't watch it. But um yeah, so I guess when I just started getting interested in like being in a relationship, it just never I just never thought about it. I was just like, yeah, guys are okay, but I'm not attracted to them.
Yeah. And do you think that's because you had like gay people in your life growing up?
What do you mean?
That it was just like they were just like a normal part of like you viewing relationships growing up, and so when you got to middle school and you started becoming interested in people, there was just kind of like a subconscious um I don't know what the word
Confirmation
I'm
of
looking
like
for is.
what I was
Yeah.
interested in. Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe, especially again, like I keep bringing up, you don't see it a lot or growing up, we didn't see it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think of what a lot of people fear about it, if it's not a religious thing, why a lot of people don't like um people LGBTs plus in the community is because it's the other
No.
Right.
to them, to what they grew up with, and people don't like the other, and that's just a normal. I mean, it's wrong, but it's a normal human reaction.
Mm-hmm.
People
The
don't
brain
like
doesn't
things.
like new different things, and they
Yeah,
like it likes familiar.
yeah, and so
That's
I
why
guess
people like patterns.
yeah, so I guess when I grew up around, because my uncle who was like my favorite uncle on that side of the family,
Mm-hmm.
and when I found out he was gay, it was just like, okay, all right. Um, and then my mom's friend, he was super cool. He was the first person who showed me anime.
It's always the gays.
I remember going to his house and playing like one of the Dragon Ball games.
Yes.
And so when I found out about that, and recently I've been like cleaning up rooms in my house when I've had time, trying to just like get things organized. And I found some pictures, and there's pictures of me hanging out with him
Hmm.
as like
Cute.
a very little kid. And so it just never it was always like I think I never had that, oh, they're the other, because they were just in my life.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Which it's like
beautiful.
so interesting to me, and I kind of love it.
I think it's beautiful.
I think I'm sure like Ian did, like when I was in middle school trying to and I don't know if this is like when and maybe this is like a male experience, and when Ian wasn't like questioning his gender or their gender back then.
Mm.
Um, and maybe Ian, maybe you can confirm this for me as
Go for
well.
it.
But in middle school, especially, I'm pretty sure I maybe occasionally I used gay as an insult,
I mean,
because that's just what others were doing around me, and you're just trying so hard to fit in.
right. I mean, unfortunately, that was also of the time, like, because
Yeah,
when we were in middle school, we're gonna age ourselves, but like that was like
There
late
were
2000s, early 2010s for us.
Yeah, so like
that's
when you
like
guys were in middle school, that's when, oh gosh, was it Nickelodeon, I think,
was it
started putting those ads out that was like,
The Lizzie
say what
McGuire
you
ad?
mean, not what you say, or whatever.
Do you remember the Hillary Duff ad
Yes.
where they're in the store and the girls call the dress gay,
Yeah.
and Hillary Duff comes out and just fucking berates them?
There's also one of like a bunch of boys in the diner.
Mm-hmm. So I think in middle school I occasionally I used it as an insult, maybe sixth grade, and then I was just like, this is fucking stupid.
Right.
Because I realized that was also when I realized like the people who were using it the most as an insult were like the worst people in my class,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to be
You were like, I don't want to
associated.
be associated.
Yeah, so I stopped using it. But yeah, but I did occasionally use it as an insult, even though I did have that positive image of gay people, because that's how it was used, and in middle school you tried desperately to fit in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Even to an extent in high school, like the early days of high school too. And then by the end, you're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But no, I think, at least for you, Frankie, like what you said was beautiful. Like, it was.
How is the straight person better at this than we are?
Well, I think also because of the environment I grew up in,
right.
where you guys didn't grow up in that same environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's definitely it. You know, we grew up in.
Because I don't know if you had ever interacted with someone who was in the community.
I had
when you were younger.
Oh yeah, my cousin. I actually have a couple gay cousins apparently, but one of them I knew of probably when I was in middle school was the first time I was told that she was a lesbian, and we're about the same age. She's like a year older than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom had kicked her out of the house. Her dad had already been dead. Her oldest sister was not living in the state anymore, and her middle sister still lived with the mom.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing could be done. She was with an abusive partner at the time, living out of her car.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I again, maybe I'm wrong on this, but like, that's quite a negative perception immediately as a young child to see that. Like,
I had known already though that I was gay at that point.
Okay, yeah. But like when I was growing up, everyone was just like everyone had known that my mom's friend was gay and that my uncle was gay, and it was just never brought up. But it was never something. It was never brought up, I think, just because no one cared. And everyone was just acted normal, and it feels weird to say that. But because LGBT people are victimized so much by hate crimes,
right?
The fact that they were just treated as people. So I never saw anyone who was gay as lesser, like some people do.
That's so interesting because on my end, it was always hidden from me because my family had gay friends as well, but like it was always hidden.
Hush, hush,
for
don't
me.
tell the kids.
Right, exactly. And like I said, I used to watch Family Guy, and like my mom, like anytime she would hear it, or like anything that was like a perceived adult, my mom would be like, "Turn that off. You're not allowed to watch that." So like I was definitely sheltered growing up, and which is honestly probably why I'm having this late discovery. You know, because I just wasn't. I was just not as knowledgeable as things, and as I'm getting older and doing more research and discovering myself, I'm sort of realizing, oh, wait a minute. Whereas back then I really couldn't because I just was not able to see those things, you know? Good or bad.
But yeah, to answer your original question, Jordyn, I just never actually questioned it. It was just something I knew.
Which is like,
but I think it's also easier for straight people to know. Because because society is more accepting of it.
Right. No, it's definitely that, especially at the times that we're talking about,
Yeah.
But the times, they are changing.
Do you have any further questions for the dirty straight, or?
Yeah, why?
Right now.
Why are you dirty straight? Why? Stop.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
You should. You should be sorry. Get out of here. I was joking one day. Like the Pride collection that's at Target and all that.
Yeah, don't be mad at me, but I did buy the pansexual candle.
Oh, no, I'm not mad.
Wait, the pansexual what?
Candle.
Okay, I thought you said pandal, and I was like, what the fuck is a pandal?
Yes. That's a secret. So Mr. Mousecatool for later.
Shut the fuck up. Absolute trash.
Miska Muska Mousecatools. But I was joking that because now they have the Ally t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
And I was joking that some girl would buy them all because her name is Allie and it's spelled the same way.
Jesus Christ.
She'd be like,
yes.
And she'd be like, oh, it just has my name on it.
It's the shirt for me.
It's the shirt for me. I bought like all of them because they all have my name on it, and now everyone will know my name is Allie.
She has no idea. That'd be really great, actually.
Somebody write that music.
That feels like a bad SNL sketch.
So an SNL sketch.
Yeah. They're all bad. They're on SNL.
They're all bad. Is there anything else that we would like to dissect and divulge in this conversation?
Pretty content.
I'm pretty content. Frankie, do you have any other?
I think the next conversation is going to be a riot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we
preview it? Should we give them a little preview?
A little sneak peek?
Maybe.
What are we doing, Jordyn, for the next Pride episode?
Yeah, Jordyn. What are we
doing?
The
next episode is just gonna be. There's a lot of like little tiny subtopics, but it's generally dating, and like whether it be in the community, side of the community, one of each.
Community adjacent.
Yeah. It's just gonna be interesting. And like we were gonna have I was gonna have my partner on who is a cisgendered male.
Mm.
And kinda like have him talk about what it's like being a pretty straight person dating a really fucking gay person. And et cetera, et cetera. I mean, like, Ian, you're gold star gay, so you get to brag.
I am platinum, diamond delta, everything. You said subtopics, and I wanted to joke. I would rather have dom topics. Thank you very much.
You can try a dom topic. I don't know any doms. I'm Switch. That's about as close as you're gonna get.
I love the Switch. You can play so many games on there.
I'm glad you thought enough to not tell the joke, but then explain that you wanted to tell the joke. Thank you for that.
That's me. That's my entire state of being. Thinking of a joke. Thinking of a joke, deciding not to say it, but explaining that I wanted to say the joke. That's just my being. It's who I am, Frankie. It's my brand.
I do know who you are.
It's my brand.
Don't say it's your brand.
Look with your special eyes.
I'm not gonna look with any eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Will you also drew back the curtain?
What?
Because Joseph and the color treat coat. Frankie, you gotta catch up with me.
I don't know what's happening.
I was there with you, Ian.
Frankie, you
He's got to see for certain.
What he thought he knew.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Frankie, you need to watch Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It has Johnny Osmond.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'll tell you I will watch it, but then I'm not going to. So just to let you know.
I'm gonna quiz you. I'm gonna give you a test.
Yeah. What happens if I fail?
You die.
Wow, what a mercy.
You get your minor taken away.
My minor? What do you mean my minor?
Your theater minor.
That's fine. It's not on my degree anyway, so.
At least you have yours.
They don't list minors.
I should.
They should list minors, but they don't.
They really should. I mean, you can put it on your resume.
I do have it on my resume.
Good for you. That's good. I'm happy about that. Alrighty, well, if there's no more to talk,
Yeah, I think it's time to sign off.
I think it's time to take care of business first.
Oh, yeah. Take care of business, host.
Frankie, come back. Oh.
Oh, you want me to do it? You want me to take care of business?
No, I got it.
Yeah, if Ian's got it.
Ian's going to take care of business? Thank God. I don't have to take care of business.
All right. So, y'all, future Ian, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know, maybe even give a little thumbs up.
Do you create a new account every time you listen to a video so you can like comment and subscribe?
No, but I'm about to.
Mm.
Thank you for giving me that idea. Follow us on Instagram at PACRats.
Did you say follow us on Vine?
No, I said Instagram.
Oh, I thought you said follow us on Vine before that. I was like, Vine's dead, dude.
Follow us on Vine too. It may be dead.
Should we make a TikTok?
No. We'll make a TikTok and put no videos out. This is the fucking point.
Listen, if you're gonna make a TikTok, you're in charge of it, Jordyn.
Okay, I'll just put audio clips of our podcast on it.
That's fine. Do it then. Do it. You won't, coward.
Do it, bitch. You won't.
You're right.
Fucking coward.
Fucking lazy ass
right.
bitch.
Yellow belly.
I'm Chicken Little.
No spine, have an ass.
You're Chicken Little. I'm Chicken Run. Frankie's Italian, so he's Chicken Parmesan.
Thank you.
We made chicken parm for dinner the other night.
Mamma mia! Hey. Yabugoo.
I'm proud of myself. That rhymed. That was clever. I should get a pat on the back for that. So yeah, follow us on Instagram, maybe TikTok if Jordyn decides to get off.
Jordyn will never do that. Jordyn's not. It's not happening.
My hands are covered in super glue right now.
What the fuck are you doing?
Making a birthday card.
I've made a lot of birthday cards.
Trust the process.
Not a single one of them has ever involved super glue.
Oh my god.
You're a freak.
Can I just leave it at happy birth?
Yeah.
Without a cross over the T?
Yes.
What, without a cross?
No, replace the T with an F.
But then it just says happy birth. No one knows what that means.
That's why I have to make the T an F.
Happy birth.
Happy birth. So yeah, follow us on Instagram. Do we still have a Twitter?
We have one. We don't use it, but we have it. It exists.
We need to get our marketing team. We need to get a new marketing team. You know, like they need to really get on it. And finally, send us an email. Send us a question.
Did you say follow us on Twitch? Did you remember that? Did you remember Twitch?
Follow us on Twitch as well. We play video games sometimes.
Did you remember Facebook?
We also have a Facky Book, so follow us on Facky Book. Like us on Facky.
I thought you were gonna say Fap Book.
That's you.
We don't have that.
We might have a MySpace. I don't know.
No. We got a fucking
Can you even still get on
GeoCities?
MySpace?
Is that what it is? GeoCities? You remember GeoCities?
We have an AOL Hotmail account.
Yeah, send us a message on AOL.
On those chats.
I actually do have a Hotmail account, and I use it every fucking day.
You're a freak.
It's my junk mail.
Find us on Wizard 101 as well.
Yeah, we'll be roaming around Wizard 101.
And
okay, but like.
And Toontown.
Hey, can they make Wizard 101 free, please? Because I don't want to pay to play Wizard 101.
But you probably could have found us on Club Penguin when it was still a thing.
It is still a thing. It's called Club Penguin Rewritten.
Okay,
Find us on
And it looks
Roblox.
exactly like the old one. I'm
Find us on
there.
Minecraft.
Well, not Minecraft. Roblox is where it's at, baby.
You're right. And like I said,
Roblox is so awful.
down
You're
below
awful.
is our.
Uh.
I'm trying to get people to send us a question.
Send us questions about Roblox. I'll answer them.
Yeah, send us a question about Roblox, about anything.
Or hate about Roblox, and I'll agree with you.
Don't just hate about Roblox. How can you hate Roblox? Because they have the
You know what?
Gave my
You know what?
computer
If
so
they're gonna,
many viruses, Frankie.
Have you ever seen the video where people take like the death of Beast in Beauty and the Beast,
yes.
and they go, and that's the funniest shit in the world. The fucking best.
You know what? If Jordyn, here's the deal. If they're gonna send emails on hate of Roblox, they also must send emails on hate of dinosaurs.
What?
No one can hate dinosaurs though. Dinosaurs are just cool.
Yeah.
We get an email from the meteor that killed them.
Fucking dinosaurs are trash babies. That's what it says.
It says dinosaurs ain't shit.
I killed them. I did it.
It was me, Austin. It was me the whole time, Austin.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Yeah, so find us on all of our social medias. Send us questions through our emails. It's down below. And yeah, I think that's about it, you guys. Happy Pride.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.